Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is a squirrel with one of our solo cups. So the last video was the announcement of us moving and packing and getting things to our new house. At this part, this video is going to be all over the place, but this part of the video is us at a cabin. And we're more mid-southern Maine. The kids had a lot of fun at the cabin. More privacy than being at the hotels. Like, there's pros and cons to both. We liked having the hotels being by all the stores, but also pools and stuff. But and then the cabin, you're further out, but nature, and you get to play outside, and the kids can be loud. But yeah, so we got new tires for our van, and then Chad's making a pathway to the house, and yeah, there's lots of snow, and this is like our first walk through. The house is wicked messy. We knew that it was dirty and it's going to need a lot of gutting out and painting and stuff. The more we got into doing that process, Chad was told by neighbors that sadly there was struggle with addiction in the house, and there was also neglect from an elderly woman. It's just sad. But yeah, so there was a point where we were going to save some of this furniture because I thought, one, it would save us a lot of money, but also some of the furniture was in good condition. But after hearing many stories about and rumors of who lived here before, we decided, Chad and Vivian for sure. I was a little more, we can clean and paint a couple things and save it, but they both felt like we should get rid of stuff, so we did the majority vote. And yeah, same with the island and the cabinets. We didn't think we'd have to get all of the cabinets out, but we did. Except for where the sink is. I know most people are looking at this like, you guys are crazy. Yeah, kind of. Our last house was very much like this at the beginning. The big house. The guest house was more cleared out. And we had fun salvaging some of the furniture and stuff, and it helps with the budget, honestly. But we saw like mouse poop, which isn't uncommon, buying a farmhouse, buying a house in the country, but once stuff's contaminated with that, you have to throw it away anyway. So that was Juniper. Right now I'm pregnant walking through the house, but by the time I'm making this video, it's been like a month and a half since I made the last video. And that was Conrad. Yeah, it's crazy being a parent of 4 now. So I actually ended up having Juniper early, so that really threw off the schedule of getting the house ready for us to move in. This definitely is going to have to be done in phases. The number one thing we had to do was the roof, which Chad did, which took a good portion of our budget and also time. He did our roof on our last house, the main house in northern Maine, but he doesn't love heights. So yeah, this is Juniper. Yeah, and so the house was like that, and then I ended up going into labor with Juniper at 37 weeks and like 3 days. which, so he had to do, like I said, the roof to the house. So during all of this, he was doing that and bringing the kids in the van, and they were staying at. Because she was born a little bit early, her lungs and stuff needed help. So she was in the NICU for like 11 days, which was very emotional. I didn't like seeing her like that. I don't think anybody in the NICU likes seeing their babies the way they are, struggling and stuff. But it really wasn't as bad as I've seen some of what the parents have to go through. But it was hard being away from my kids, staying with her, being away from her at times. Once they did release me, I think they let me stay extended like 4 or 5 days. Normally it's like 2 or 3 days for a C-section, but it was wild. And then during that time, my husband's mom and stepdad came out and they helped with the kids for a week or so. We stayed at a Airbnb in town. I went into labor while we were at the cabin, and then we stayed in town for like a week, and that was good because of the being in the NICU and stuff. But before that, there was a bigger cabin, and that's the one that Chad's family and everybody stayed at while I was in the hospital. They went from a smaller cabin to a bigger cabin, and then we came into town and stayed there, and so it was easier for the family to come up and see us at the NICU. But this was just some of the footage of where I was staying and Junie's room. She's so sweet. It's even weird looking back and just like seeing how much she's grown so far. She's about a month and a half now. But yeah, it was hard. Long days up at the NICU, and then Chad was long days at the house, getting a lot of the big stuff cleared out and getting the roof done. All while watching the kids. I've been healing really well, and Junie's doing well. This was when she was just still on the tube for breathing, having a little extra oxygen. Then 2 of my friends came down and took the kids to Costco and got a shopping list done for me. And then they also took the kids and got lunch and breakfast and books. That was such a big blessing. Good friends. And during this time in the hospital, my mom was in the hospital and she had some issues with her heart. So about a week and a half ago, she had been in the hospital for a couple weeks. And then a week or so ago, she passed. And that's been really hard. Navigating. She was on kidney dialysis, and she was diabetic, and she was on oxygen. She had an oxygen tank and stuff. So I know she's in a better place. She's in heaven, and not in any pain. Just the way it all unfolded was just really hard during this time. But God is good, and things are turning around. So I'm finally ready to make this video and share the good progress that our family's made. And it's a beautiful time too. Like, Juniper's health is really good, and I've been healing really well. The kids are starting to get their rooms more sorted and organized, and we're getting things out of the camper. But yeah, so this is our Airbnb in town. We got to go to a few thrift shops and stuff. The kids thought it was really cool. They had the Christmas tree up in here. So they were like putting ornaments up, and like I said, we were closer to the hospital than we were when we were out at the cabin. And then after that week, pretty shortly after Juniper got sent home, we went back out to the cabins and we stayed at the big cabin. Well, for the kids and Chad, it was again, I only stayed for 1 or 2 nights before we went to in town. And then this was St. Patty's. The kids were playing and dancing and doing Irish jigs. It was a lot of fun. And our pets liked being out at the cabins more too. It's just more rustic, so we felt more comfortable letting our pets out than when we were in town or in hotels. But and they could roam free outside. So yeah, this was a very fun time too, and it was a little bit closer to our house, so going back and forth was better. This was a little haul I got from Martin's during that time. We got some bird feed and some baby formula. I started supplementing because that's what they recommended in the NICU, and so I figured this would be good backup formula. And then I got some Nivea. Our whole family uses that, so we go through a lot. So when I see a good sale, I try to get it. Got this for the living room from Martin's. I think it said $3.99. It's like a napkin holder, but we could put towels and stuff in there too, like hand towels. I got these little sets for Juniper. It's like little sock set with ruffles. So cute. Good price too. I think it was like $3.99. Looked like it was a TJ Maxx $5.99 originally. And then that's a little bag I'm gonna use for the diaper bag for Juniper. I got this driftwood coat rack I got for the bathroom. It's $4.99. That little house part actually broke off during the move and transfer of it, so I'm going to use that for Conrad's room, but it looks cute without it actually. And then these were some body washes and stuff I found, some good deals, just showing the prices I got from Martin's. Yeah, and then I'm just kind of showing the setup of the cabin. The cabins were so cool. But yeah, I organized and set up some of the bags that were going to the house, and sweet baby Juniper. And then, yeah, I picked up the kitchen because the kids had toys, and I was going to make, I think, chicken Alfredo that night, showing some of the grocery stuff we got. That was the thing too about being at the cabins and the Airbnb. It was nice having a kitchen. Being in the hotels, you don't get that. So yeah, we did like salad and Alfredo night, I think. And then I had all this laundry that Chad did for us, so I was gonna pick up the dirty laundry into a basket and then do some cleaning and folding. So I recorded that for some normalcy on the videos. I'm like, I just miss cleaning, and I know being at the new house, it's going to be a while before there's like a normal cleaning routine. So and considering everything, the way it unfolded, I just wasn't able to record a lot of our clearing out and cleaning the new house as much as I wanted to, because of everything. But yeah, so this is just kind of showing better organization. And there were deer and turkeys and all that fun stuff out there. at the cabins. So that was really cool. Yeah, so these are the piles that I have. I really liked the built-in dressers too and the shelves. And the snow's gone, but it comes back, so it's like it clears out, then it comes back, it clears out. So this is the pile that has started. It's grown since then, and I'll have to show you. So this is just the sheet I put out to organize all the stuff that's in the camper, and this is the progress Chad's done on the roof. And then we've got our trailer, and then I got these picket fences off Marketplace. I want to put that in the front of the house. I thought that would look really pretty. And then this is the garage. We've got to clear out all of this junk. Maybe we can salvage some of the wood for fencing, and I don't know if we're gonna get chickens again or not. I miss the eggs, and Vivian misses having chickens. Chad, I think, likes them, but we've got a lot going on, so that's an added, and they take care of them mostly, so I'm letting it be up to them. But yeah, this is the progress that it looks like after Chad cleared out what he could while I was in the hospital and stuff. I thought that was a cool handle. We can't keep it just because we want to get rid of all the doors were really dirty or just broken. So I ended up getting these really cool doors off Marketplace. I think I got like 7 or 8 doors for $300. And then this dining room is probably going to be one of the last rooms we do, like with the flooring and stuff, and it needs it the worst, but it's kind of a makeshift, like Chad's tools, and then I started putting some of the decor in here. But you can see the mill out there. It's pretty cool. This is Chad and his roofer getup. So this is a closet that is in what we're going to make the dining room, and I'm going to open it up because on the other side of the wall is the living room. And I think it'd be cool, just having a walk through, both sides of the fireplace in both rooms. And it'd bring more light because the dining room has a lot of light and the living room's really dark. We ended up painting all of that shiplap wood and it looks so much brighter. And those doors were blocking one of the windows in here. But yeah, this corner right here where the shelf is, that's where the other opening will be. So, and then I ended up getting this Barbie Dream House off Marketplace. It was like $40, but then she ended up giving it to us for free because it needed to be cleaned. So that was a cool little blessing. I promised the girls when we gave their old one, they gave it actually to the neighbors. They're like friends, best friends, at our last house. So I let Vivian pick out which one we wanted, and it was cool. It ended up being free. But yeah, so I went through all the windows and dusted. The house had been vacant for at least over a year. From some of the neighbors it said 2 years, but like our last 2 houses, different neighbors said different things, and that's why I'm not like completely going by everything and the neighbors say, because they can just like recollect things differently and you never know. But yeah, I went through and dusted out all the cobwebs and like dead flies and just dust and dirt and got all of that out. And then I went back and used disinfectant wipes around all the windows and doorways. And then I went back again and did apple cider vinegar, Dawn dish soap, and water with a mop. And we did the ceilings, the walls, and the floors. Then after that dried, we went back and painted over everything. But before I painted over everything, I saw this cool idea that people do with new builds when they make new houses and stuff. They write on the wood scriptures and stuff. So the night before we moved in to the house to like actually sleep in and stuff, I wrote down a few Bible verses, and then I went back and wrote where I wanted those verses to be in each room of the house. And so I got these white and black Sharpie markers from the dollar store, and I did that in every room before we painted it. And I said them out loud and just kind of blessing over the house that God intended us to have. There have been many times that Chad and I have gone, why? Because there's been just a lot of cleaning and a lot of figuring stuff out with our budget. And then all the things that happened, and just life and death and everything has just gotten us to a point where we just felt like we've been stripped down, honestly, with the house and moving in and only like living in the bedroom and bathroom and stuff upstairs together. To Chad, he lost his grandpa too while we were in the cabin still before we moved in, probably like a week or so from before my mom passed. And so just going to different hotels and finagling everything, and it's brought us all together closer. It's made us work more as a team, but it's also brought out a lot of like character flaws and weaknesses in all of us too, kind of pushing us at our limits. But all you can do is just keep going forward. Baby crying in the background and everything. Chad's got her. She's just crying and really fussy, so probably need to wrap up here soon and take care of her. But I've definitely felt the pull as a mom, and I'm sure Chad's felt it as a dad, like doing all of this and going from 3 kids to 4 and not having the family and support is a lot. And this was stuff that I probably would have kept from all that after I cleared it. I couldn't carry the bags like up and down the stairs because I just had a C-section, but I did a lot, and I tried resting when I could, and we got our trash, and then we also got more stuff out, and that's kind of when they decided we shouldn't have any of the furniture, so the trash pile grew. We got a wood stove off Marketplace for $100 I found, so we went and picked that up and stayed at a hotel in a newer area that we hadn't before, and it was Veda's birthday. That was another fiasco. I had a tote with all of her stuff, but somehow in the move we put it in storage instead of our camper, so we didn't have it at the house with us. It's still up north. But I had gotten her gifts here and there from the thrift store that she hadn't seen yet that I could give to her. And then we went and got a few like clearance toys that and balloons and stuff. So I ended up getting like most of her stuff. I think it was like $30 with her decorations and everything. And then there might have been like $5 or $10 of thrifted items that I pulled, and like room decor for her that I had already picked out for her new room. So this is our bedroom painted. Chad put the heater in. It's just a quick paint over everything. Landlord special is what we were calling it. This was a blanket I got for $22, and then these pillows, that I got from Martin's for I think like $3.99. That blue lamp that's in there, I got from Family Dollar, I think, or Dollar General. They were doing a deal, 50% off their lamps. It was like normally $25, which I think is a lot for a small, medium-sized lamp. And this is tribute things that I got from my mom to help us celebrate her life and celebrate her. So this is the crazy mess right now. It's like we kind of sort through and I put our clothes in different totes, and we've been makeshift kitchen in here. But he finally got some of my stuff up on the walls, and we got a door up, and then we ended up moving everything so we could paint the rest of the hallway and start on the girls' room. This is gonna be the girls' room, and eventually we'll separate their rooms and make them smaller rooms. They'll still be bigger than their last rooms, but smaller rooms for sure. And this is as far as I got painting. Conrad's room. So the portion of it might go into being our master bathroom because it buds up to our closet. But yeah, this is the upstairs bathroom. I had to take a break and come back another day. Juniper was not simmering down with Dad. She needed Mom, so had to go tend to that. But this was like the first stage of the bathroom. I got most of it painted, but this corner here was where part of the roof was leaking before he fixed it. So we're letting that dry out, and we're going to rip that out and replace the old drywall. This was just a picture I took of all 4 kids, and it made me happy and thankful for them. These are some clothes and a few toy items and decor that I got for the kids from a Pay It Forward closet. And this is some of the finished progress. We put up the Michael Scott and Seinfeld things. Conrad's room's actually more finished now. The girls are sleeping in their own room. It's partially painted. This is the living room. And then this is the makeshift kitchen at the moment. We've got some subfloor down. We need to paint some more and put up some more things, but it's getting there. And thank you for watching. If you like inspiration, and it seems like dealing with grief has been a part of this chapter in my life. I'm not like super happy to deal with all of what I've dealt with, but hopefully it helps somebody out there. So yeah, have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time with more progress on our house and maybe a bit more cleaning motivation. Yeah, bye.